What's up, internet world? Welcome to Central Toronto, where we have our longest standing project. We've already begun working on the inside. Let me take you inside and show you what we have. So as you can see, we've already completed our demolition and we've started our framing. This is over 100 years old, built in the early 1900s. There was a tiny little space here, a little wall, and then a second dividing wall where we had a little family room, dining space here. There was some renovations done over 50 years ago. Tiny little kitchen. We decided to open everything up and maximize the space of these century-old homes. We cut out a couple of windows to bring some more natural light in. As you can see, we're adding all new framing, sistering and reinforcing everything that's old. Like I said, it is over 100-year-old wood, so everything was slanted, sagging, kind of needed to be freshened up and reinforced. There was an existing block wall here with a one-story addition. We're maximizing that space and adding a second washroom on the main floor and really trying to maximize the square footage that we have. This was knob and tube wiring, old cast and clay plumbing, everything that you wouldn't want, we pretty much had in this house. Low ceilings, main floor has high ceilings, but the basement had low ceilings. And we're pretty much taking it beyond the studs, as you will see, and restoring the century home and bringing it up to its highest and best use. Now let me take you upstairs and show you what we have. So just like downstairs, upstairs, we've also already cleaned everything up all the way to the brick and studs and started framing. What we've done on top of the existing first story addition, we've added a second story addition and expanded the master bedroom, added 2 big windows and added a skylight. You can get a tan here. And what's really nice is that with this new space, we're able to install an ensuite washroom. So now on the second story, instead of having one small bathroom, we have 2 bathrooms, one for the master and one for everyone else. So that's really bringing up the value of the property. So we've got our master bedroom, we've cut out a window for our washroom. Back to back, we have our second washroom for the second story. After that, we've got our second bedroom. Lengthwise, what I like is these really low windows, makes it really natural and feeling. So when you're sitting or standing, you have that full range of light. And then from here, moving forward, we have our second biggest bedroom, but probably my favorite because of the size of this window. So up here, we have a total of 3 bedrooms, and we're really just trying to maximize the space, just like downstairs, the same thing upstairs, to really get that fresh look, but with that old character. The roof is also over 100 years old, so we've sistered and re-leveled everything. Everything was leaning from the outside wall towards the inside wall. This is a semi-detached, so we do have neighbors, so we also have to accommodate certain Ontario Building Code rules for that separation. But all in all, this is going to be great. It's really not a problem, especially in restoring these old homes. The city does want us to do this, so we're really just bringing up the neighborhood and really give this house a second breath of life since it's already lived its first 100. Once we're done with it, it's going to be good for another 2. Now let's head outside and I'll show you the outside of the house. So, welcome to the outside. As you can see, we have a brand new set of stairs. There was an existing walkout. I don't know if it was legal or not, but now we have a brand new walkout accounting for the new depth that we have in the basement. This is all gonna have some nice railings. We've already decluttered and we're really gonna try and make as much space here as possible. We used to have an ugly little garage back there. It was leaning over. It was about 5 foot tall. I don't know if it sank or, you know, if we just grew as people. It was falling over. We kindly asked our neighbors to move their cars, took it down, cleaned it up. So we're gonna have a 2-car space parking here, which is very generous for Central Toronto. And then we're also gonna have a 3rd one, potentially a 4th one here. We're gonna have a fence here along the back and along the side. There used to be a nice little garden here. We had mint, lavender, we had cucumbers, tomatoes, a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. But, you know, with all the work going on, it's already been cleared out. We have this nice little apple tree. It provides this comfort and shade that feels very familiar. This was very run down. This was an estate sale. So we did buy it on the MLS, but it was really run down. So we really tried to clean it up and bring it to its highest and best use and give it some air and, like I said earlier, breathe some fresh life into it so that the new owners can really enjoy as much of the outside in Toronto as they can. So with Century Homes, we have Century Home problems. This is the foundation, if you could still call it that, of this house. We've reinforced the house from the inside, so this is no longer structural. It becomes purely a visual problem. So we're going to either re-pour or reparge the bottom 3 feet of this property to make it all nice and clean. You know, they pretty much over 100 years ago didn't really have concrete. It was more just like rubble and stone and everything piled on with some essentially almost clay. And we're just gonna bring that up nice and cleanly. And on this addition, we're just going to do clean, modern siding, probably in black. But as you can see, somebody really liked their pink houses, and we've added that second story. So we're just gonna make it nice and clean from top to bottom and have it all nicely sealed off. Let's head to the basement. I'll show you what we have there. So welcome to the basement. This is where we spent the most money thus far. And this is where we had to start, because you build from the foundation up. So what we've done is we've underpinned this basement over 3 feet deeper. So we're at about 9-ish feet right now to the rough ceiling. So we're gonna have about an 8.5-foot finished ceiling. And a big problem we have in 100-year-old houses is that the foundations are total garbage. And if you take a look here, it's pretty much just rubble mixed with old cement and clay, and that doesn't pass for livable building these days. So what our specifications required of us is to build these liner walls on the front and on the side walls of the house so that nothing else caves in. So what we have here is the exposed concrete. This is the adjoining wall to the neighbor, so it doesn't need to be waterproofed. Everywhere else, as you can see, is waterproofed all the way around. We have a new slab, new drains, ejector pump, sump pump. Everything is going to be pretty much turnkey, and you won't have to think about it for another 100 years, if not more. What we have here is pretty much, we had an old little washroom here. Like you walk into it, crouch down. I'm only about 5'11", and I couldn't stand in it comfortably. There was a shower, a toilet, and a sink in about 6 square feet. So I don't know how they managed to do that. But what we've done is we've just cleared this out. There was a step down basement. It looked like they did it themselves, where essentially where the step down is, I could stand comfortably, but everywhere else, I would have to duck. We're also servicing our electrical panel. We're bringing it up from 100 amps to 200 amps, and we're relocating this. So this is going to be not only a panel relocation, but a panel upgrade. We're getting everything ready for Tesla chargers and pretty much the modern world. So like I said, once we're done with this property, it'll be good for another 200 years. Over here, we're going to create space for an office or a second bedroom, then open living space. We're gonna have obviously a brand new staircase coming down because obviously we've gone deeper, so we need more steps. And this is all livable space. We're gonna have a little bar or kitchenette, laundry, and mechanical room. Like I said, brand new walkout to accommodate for the new height difference. And when we're done, this is gonna be unrecognizable. Essentially, if somebody wants to rent this out, like I said earlier, they can do that. If they just wanted to use it as extra storage space, because Toronto is notorious for not having enough space, or maybe it's just us people who always feel like we need more, but we should probably declutter. Anyway, whatever the next buyer wants, we'll have a whole ton of usable space here, and essentially this house is gonna be bulletproof. That's it for this video. I hope you liked what you see and the progress we've made. If you'd like to reach out to me about any investment opportunities or follow along our big projects, or even just if you have any questions about what's going on, feel free to reach out to me on my social media. I'm most active on Instagram. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Let's head inside and I'll show you what we've got.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Welcome to our longest standing project here in Central Toronto.
Yeah.
Welcome to Central. A second, let's say, chance, or
We'll put B-roll here, you can...
yeah, so like a bunch of things that we ran into while on this project that were like completely irrelevant to anything was like in February when it was really cold, we had a bunch of kids break in to smoke some weed, is what we're assuming. They tried to knock down the front door, they really couldn't. They just like busted out one of the squares because it's a solid door. So they got in through the back. Then for a while after that, for like 2 months, we had what we assume is a homeless person living in the main floor on some cardboard. Like the framers came in one morning and were like, bro, what's up? And he had like a jug of milk and some cereal. He was like, oh yeah, come on in. Like just like welcoming them in as if it's their house. We had like animals, we had problems with sanitation, people dumping garbage. We set up a camera in the back. Somebody like literally stole the camera, and we have a video of them like taking it with them, but I mean, like it was too dark, so we didn't really get anything that's usable. But just so many things that were just like happening. On one side, it's kind of like funny and comical and kind of like a comedic relief. On another side of things, it's kind of like, oh man, like how and why are these things happening? So there's like plenty of things that happen here. Anyway, you should stick around. Hopefully the result will be worth it. I mean, it will be worth it, but like hopefully you guys think it's worth it.